What a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Tigers about to kick it away and get this season started. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Handoff to the lone back. And the visitors have nothing doing as they are greeted rudely on the opening play of the game. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. They're coming off an appearance in the national championship game last year, and you know they're looking to get back.
Yeah, they're motivated to take the next step. And, David, they feel like they've upgraded to several key positions this year, hoping that they can take it that one next step and win the Natty this season.
Yeah, it was one thing to get there, but, man, do you get even hungrier when you've got there and you had to watch the other team celebrate? So a good chance to take out some demons, start this year off good, and maybe forget about last year's finish.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To throw, it's Carr. Unloads it left. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on third downs. Their first opportunity, that one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. All wideouts, no backs. Looking to throw on first down. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
The Tigers come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play. way, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Off the bootleg and rolling out. He makes the catch. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking for room. It's Price. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's the beauty of misdirection in the run game, right? You try to show the defense one look, and then you come back and hit them the other way when they're not expecting it.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. They'll give it to him again. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. It's Carr. Quick strike complete. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Just a short pass to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Irish might opt to take a shot here on 2nd and inches. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
It's really nice to see this offense bounce back. That first possession, man, they go 3 and out. They really struggled, and now starting to put a drive together, get their feet a little bit wet. Now you can see they're starting to get pretty comfortable.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Picked off to stop the threat. Taking it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that's slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Might be changing the route. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Trying to pick up a first down. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. Not much of a decision to make there, as the defense will move them back. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the run, it's Love. He's in open space downfield. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Great reaction by this defense, immediately on the catch, swarming to the ball.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. They'll try to get the edge on the left. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. He's got 42 yards on the ground, and they wanted to have an identity as a running team, and he's giving them that in the season opener. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Send the tight end in motion. Quarterback keeps it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's why it's so important to have success on 1st and 2nd down. They're running the ball on 2nd down. You trust your O-line to get the job done. The running back does his. And now, with the positive play, you're setting up 3rd and inches.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. The give. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Alabama endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Bryant-Denny Stadium, and the Tide came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Able to run it out to the 28 on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Gus Meyer. Makes the grab, it's Anderson. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Wants to return it. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Off play action on 1st down. Going over the top. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
Unloads to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. What does the top 5 ranking mean for week 1? Optimism, hope, maybe, David, an excuse for the other team's fans to rush the field if they knock you off.
Well, it means, first of all, absolutely nothing, because preseason rankings don't show up anywhere at the end of the season, but it means this team is talented. It means they're thought of highly. They got to go earn it, Jesse, and it starts today, but the talent obviously is all over the field.
The number in the preseason rankings means absolutely nothing. You saw Florida State recently start in the top 10. They won 2 games by the end of the year. So you've got to go earn it. Yes, you're talented. Yes, a lot of eyeballs are going to be watching you, and people are really excited. You've got an opportunity to do things really, really that are special this season, but you've got to earn it on the field.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll go to the ground. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Goodness, that is the way you blow up a play quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck. That had to be a blown assignment. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To give out of the gun. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Here's the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
And now on 3rd down after that last run. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught, close to the marker, it's shot. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chain.
And I like that. 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He's going to run it. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Intercepted. Yes, even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. Flying down the right side. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And and doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. To the air, it's Gus Meyer. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Looking to throw. That's caught. It's Anderson. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. Offense in an empty set. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime.
Said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to go up top. Looking down the middle. He's got an open man. And they're able to get him down. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. They'll try to get it through the air. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. Over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things, it makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
Grabs behind the line. It's locked. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Scanning the field, it's Carr. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
And that's a play the defense defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
Off the play fake on first down. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. You're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Made sure that one fell incomplete.
Unloads quickly. He's out of bounds at the 26-yard line.
So difficult because my eyes tell me he's a defensive guy. He's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
Quickly to the tight end. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. On first down, here comes this offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. Just about 30 seconds to go, and you want to score, but the last thing you need to do is give up a cheapie. To the air, it's Carr. Rushes on him. Caught it in the backfield, it's Price. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. He'll start the return inside the spot. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Grab in the backfield. It's Brown. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Off the play fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, that's a great job getting the sack on the blitz there. And one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to pride themselves on defensively is hard-nosed, tough football, especially in the front seven. And linebackers that can play downhill and not just make plays in the running game, but get in the backfield and blitz the quarterback. And you saw all of that from him right there.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got it in the middle and sharp. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. Pressure coming. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They opened this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes his shot. Connection to the right. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Irish.
Well, when you call the wheel route, you need to have the right matchup, and that time they did. It was the linebacker on the running back, one-on-one. He uses his speed, beat him to the outside. And that's about as easy as it can get.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Ole Miss dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from DK Metcalf to A.J. Brown, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge today. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Incomplete, looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
And I tell you what, when you got a guy that is that good at dissecting your defense, you better get pressure. Nice job by the defense, hurrying him up, speeding up the thought process.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Caught in the backfield, it's Sharp. Oh, out of space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a 1st down at the 38. Takes the handoff. It's Durham. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels. Heisman winner. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. In an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win a national championship and get him off to the NFL.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll run play action. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Here on third down for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Gus Meyer. Grabs it in the middle. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Anderson.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
He lobs one high down the left side. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown LSU!
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. The receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he makes the fair catch deep in his own territory, and he might have a question or two to answer about that decision. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the run, it's Payne. Got room to work. It's a seam wide open. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. They go to the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Line gets set, first down. Rides the back and leads it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Finds his big tight end. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, mark it at the 47.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside, you see him moving outside, you see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot, just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Toss sweep to the left. Got a little space. He's loose. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Well, the quarterback had the matchup he wanted. His big tight end with that wingspan working against that defender in the end zone. Man, that QB will take that matchup all day.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. There's the pressure. He's going to take off. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. LSU quick to the line.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now here comes the tempo.
Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. They've put themselves in a hole to start. It's 1st and 20. Wants to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Durham. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
So now it's 2nd and long. Power football with the run. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, there's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
And if this offense wants to get back in this football game, I think they're going to see a lot of this. Defense playing a little bit more zone, conservative, great eyes on the quarterback, breaking on the football, batting the ball down. They're going to force you to throw the football down the field.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Finds a tight end. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. So first down will open up the final period. Motion from the wide receiver. He wants to throw it again. And here's the third interception of the night. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands.